delving into Stalker 2 after picking it up in the Steam Winter Sale this year, going into it completely blind was one of the best choices I think I've ever made when it comes to gaming. Now, I've owned the original Stalker trilogy on Steam for years now, but never really got round to playing them as there's always something new coming out or something else I was playing. I know I should have really started with the originals before playing Stalker 2, but when I loaded up Stalker 2 and started playing this game, I was taken away. This game is absolutely incredible. I love everything about this game, and yes, it has its fair share of issues, but that being said, playing Stalker 2 for the first time completely blind was absolutely incredible. So much so, I want to go back and play the original games too. But as a newcomer, I didn't know what to expect. Delving into the zone for the first time, a dark sci-fi spin on the real-world Chernobyl exclusion zone, I found every aspect of this game incredible. It took me, gripped me, and gave me probably the biggest gaming addiction I've had since Dark Souls came out. Now, I'm going to say something that might trigger some fans who might have played the game for years and know a lot more than me in this world, and I'm not going to argue any of that, but hear me out. Stalker 2 is the Fallout game I have always wanted. Hear me out. I don't mean it like the meme of, oh, Russian Fallout, but I mean the atmosphere, the world building, the mechanics, the characters, the grittiness. I haven't seen Fallout in this form since Fallout 1. Now, Stalker 2 is a very long game. I haven't even beaten it yet, but this is not a review, this is just me wanting to gush about all my experiences so far playing the game. But having that said, it's an incredible game. I haven't finished it yet, but look at the amount of hours I've put into it. I've owned it for about a week. I cannot put the game down. So first off, I just want to talk a bit about the gameplay. Now, there's no air life in the game at the moment. I just want to nip that in the bud. Or at least the devs said it's there, but it isn't working as intended. So after this video releases, there very well may be a chance that the world is even better soon, with factions and characters now doing their own thing around the world. For those of you that don't know what air life is, let me just quickly explain it to you in this clip. Okay, so to describe what air life is, it's going to be air life 2.0. That's coming into this one, but air life did exist in the previous games, what I've read up upon. But air life is artificial life. It's simulated life. So say I was in the slag heap, and on the way up I came across the hydroelectric station, and it was empty. It was just a point of interest, it was just empty. Or it had bandits. I could be in the slag heap, I could leave the slag heap later on, and I might hear gunshots down here, or a faction might have moved in. And when I head down, if it's bandits, of course, you can deal with the bandits, you can move past them, you don't even have to interact with air life, it just does its own thing in the background. But say the bandits are there and there's gunshots, I could then return here later on, and Freedom could have taken over, or Duty could have taken over, or Circa, or any faction. And if I'm allied with them, they may even have things like vendors there that I could interact with, because they've set up the checkpoint. So the world is ever changing, it's constantly simulating real life. And what could happen as well with every character being a named character, like all the NPCs are named, say someone moves there called Vladimir. Vladimir moves there, become friends with him, whatever. I go up to the Red Forest, do my own thing for 10 hours, come back down. Vladimir would still be there. It simulates life, which is incredible. And I know there might be a lot of people out there being like, oh, that's impossible, it's never going to work. It did work. It worked in the previous games, and that's what makes these so good. That's why I want to go back and play the earlier games. It's great. Okay, perfect. And with that being said, traversing this world is still some of the most fun I've had in a long time. There's no fast travel in the game. In fact, it has what I like to call the Morrowind mechanic. You want to fast travel somewhere, you have to pay someone to take you there, like a cab service. You want to get somewhere without the cab service, make sure you're packed up with food, energy drinks, ammo, and healing items because you've got a long journey ahead of you. There are so many locations to find in this world, things like points of interest, caches with ammo and maybe weapons and armor there, caves, buildings, labs. They all feel handcrafted and love was put into each of them. And you better pray there's no mission whilst you're out travelling with no shelter nearby. That's happened to me a few times and I've had to sprint for shelter. Oh, fuck's sake, of course there is. Where the fuck's shelter? I need something. fuck's sake, don't go down on me now. Fuck. Okay, perfect. Oh my god. Where's the fucking entrance? Where the fuck? Oh, thank god. Ow. And with the missions comes anomalies, and anomalies you'll find sometimes artifacts. Artifacts are something you'll want to find. So throughout the world you can find these anomaly fields, and within them you might sometimes find artifacts, and artifacts can boost your stats in different ways, and sometimes they also have drawbacks. When first starting the game, you'll have equipped an echolocator which beeps, and it gets faster and faster as it beeps when you get closer and closer to the artifact. However, I've currently got a one that detects the anomalies around you as well as the exact location of the artifact. However, that does not make it any easier. They can still be very tricky, as seen in this footage right here. The artifact. Wait, what the hell? What the hell are you? Jesus Christ! Leave me alone, bro. Bro, I swear to God, just leave me alone, man. So many of them. Just want my artifact. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave, screw this. No, no! Now, artifacts is only one piece of the puzzle when it comes to this system, as there's no actual level up system either. Instead, all of your stats are derived from your armor, your weapons, carry capacity and artifacts. You can gain resistances from multiple damage types and increase carry weight with what you have. This combined with the amazing gunplay in combat, you have such a good experience travelling through the zone as a loner. Now, I do want to talk a bit about the story and the choices you can make throughout the story. There are many choices to make throughout Stalker, with multiple endings that follow. I believe it totals about 4 endings in the game. Without too much in the way of spoiler territory, I've been siding with a group called S.T.A.L.K.E.R, that's all I'm going to say about it, but I've been thinking about going down maybe a different path as I'm coming closer to the end of the game, because you can do that, mainly because the choices that really determine the ending is throughout the last few missions, and it determines who your enemies are, who your allies are, and what reputation you'll have in the zone. So there's that, as well as returning characters from previous titles like S.T.A.L.K.E.R, Strelok, and Sardonovich. The only reason I know this, since I haven't played the other ones, is due to I've got a couple of friends who have played the previous games who've told me that they appeared in the earlier games as well. Having that said, I've got about 50 hours in the game so far, so not too much time, considering I've owned it about a week. Having that said, there's about 35 missions, I believe, in the main story, not including side missions. I think it's 35, I was told. And honestly, the story just hasn't fallen off at all. The story is beat for beat really good. It's a bit of a slow start, it builds up, and it's incredible. I've got nothing to complain about when it comes down to the story so far. I've loved every second of it. Not once have I ever thought something missed the punch. Never ever thought anything's been offbeat. It's been so good from beginning up until the point I'm at now, which I'm pretty sure I'm coming close to the end. With everything said and done though, overall, the game has its fair share of problems, like stuttering sometimes on higher settings with a 3070 Ti. It's mainly in Vostok where it happens, and outside of that, the odd glitch here and there, but it's never been anything game breaking. I can't speak for everyone when I say that. I don't know if there's any game breaking glitches out there, but for me, I've never experienced one. But despite the glitches, despite the frame drops, and despite the fact that A-Life isn't currently working, I cannot recommend this game enough. It's been one of the most fun experiences I've had in gaming in a very, very long time. And if I've had this much fun playing the game to the point where I want to start doing videos on YouTube about Stalker, and other games surrounding the Stalker series, like maybe Metro. Imagine how much better it's going to be when they fix air life, when they remove the glitches and bugs, when the frame rates get more optimized. This game has been one of the best games I think I've ever played, ever. The only things I can think that actually come close to this are things such as the Dark Souls series. This is now one of my favourite games of all time, and I cannot recommend this game enough. If you ever are on the fence whether to try this game or not, please just make that leap, play it. You will not be disappointed. And this is where we reach the end of the video. I just wanted to do a quick video just to express me as a newcomer loving this game, really getting into the series. I'm really enjoying it so far. I can't wait to finish the game, and I do plan on doing more videos to do with Stalker 2, maybe even go back and play the other ones and share my first experiences with those. With this being my first proper video, I do want to apologise in advance for the fact that it's probably not the best quality. I do plan on getting better as I learn and go along. I want to have this as like a learning experience for editing videos and recording lines and everything. Having that said, if you have made it to the end, I really appreciate you guys for watching all the way to the end and any support that you show me. If you'd like to see me grow and do more videos just on the side and just for fun, I'd happily have you guys along. The support is really appreciated. Thank you very much, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.